What's up everyone, Arjun here with another YouTube video today. Today's topic is covering cold training, cold exposure, cold therapy, exposing your body to the element of cold and why you do that, what it does for you, etc. So as everyone knows, cold is the opposite of hot. You go into the shower. Most people take a warm shower. They turn on the water. They wait for it to warm up and then they hop in. Most people, the thought of getting into the shower and turning it on immediately and having the water be cold never passes through their mind. They might think of it as an absurdity, as something that would have no purpose, no point, given that modern technology enables us to have hot water almost instantaneously. And those people thinking those thoughts could not be further from the truth. Cold water has a myriad of benefits to the body and, more importantly, to your mental state, to your focus, to your neurotransmitters, to the health of what I would call your soul, which ties into your mental state. And I'll put a graphic on the screen here of the benefits of cold showers. And a lot of people are talking about this these days. People like Wim Hof, and he is famous for ice baths and things of that nature. And he explains how exposure to cold water for even just a few minutes is going to raise the levels of neurotransmitters in your brain, such as dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, etc. And those are all extremely important, especially for people, because nowadays there's so many people battling anxiety, depression, entire lists of mental disorders people have. And if they can ground themselves and they can experience the benefits in their brain from cold exposure, then the individuals in question can experience a lot of benefits. I had a meeting, as you could tell by the professional attire, the professional drip, actually. But anyways, to continue on with this topic discussion, how do you actually go about giving yourself cold exposure when you're in a place of weakness, when you're not ready for that type of exposure and you think you're not ready? The whole thing is that all of us humans living on the earth right now are a product of hundreds of thousands of years of evolution of the Homo erectus species, which is the human species, the human race. So we're a product of hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. And our modern society as we know it today, the modern world, has only been around for maybe 200 to 500 years. Meanwhile, our bodies and our brains are adapted to living in an environment that was 80,000, 40,000 years ago, which is why it's important to understand your primal circuitry and what drives us as human beings. Now, the simple answer to this, and really the only answer that's going to make sense, is for you to just go into the shower. So just standing there as if you're going to take a normal shower, turn the knob to cold, and then turn on the water. And that's it. You have to count to 3 or do something to mentally prepare yourself for that, but it's going to happen to you, and that's essentially what you have to do. There's no really getting around it. And the fear in your mind is what's holding you back. You have to think about it as if you're actually not going to die from being exposed to cold water for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's really, your body can actually handle so much more than that. Think about people who do triathlons, or people who climb Mount Everest, or people who do powerlifting and they're picking up 800-900 pounds, or they're squatting with 700 pounds, 900 pounds on their back, and you are afraid of a little bit of cold water. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, but I'm saying this to make you notice and realize how much the human body, how much you are truly capable of if you actually put your mind to it and apply your mind to it. So let's say you're still on the fence about doing this cold exposure sort of thing. You have to also think about the benefits that you're going to experience. So when you expose your body to cold temperatures, cold water for even just a few minutes, you can start the shower cold or you can end the shower cold depending on what's easier for you. 2 or 3 minutes exposure in the cold is going to raise your dopamine levels by over 200%, which is on par with the level of dopamine that you experience from sex or nicotine, which is incredibly big. You're getting this boost for free. There's no harm involved. It's 100% safe. And it's also going to boost your testosterone. So as I talked about in my last video, a lot of men in modern day society have low testosterone levels. You look at this wolf behind me right here, and this wolf right here, you see they're just ready for battle. They're ready for war. They're hungry, fierce. This one's a little bit more cold, calm, and composed. But men these days don't have that quality. You won't see a guy looking like this because he's tame. He doesn't have testosterone. You get the picture. And so by taking cold showers, exposing your testes to the cold water, there's actually biology involved, which is going to make your testes produce more testosterone, which is vital to being more manly, being more masculine, confident, energetic. The list goes on and on. So at the end of the day, you really just have to do it. You just have to get in there, take off your shirt, go outside when it's cold. You realize it's really not that bad, and your life will improve. I make these videos, I share these topics and these ideas because I know from my personal experience, based on my life and how much I've progressed, that what I'm telling you will actually make your life better.